All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 2 in a best of 5. It's Vici Gaming versus DK, your WPCA semi-final number 1. There are 2 semi-finals in this tournament. This will be our first. The second will be tomorrow. I am LD of the Summit. I am joined here today by Winter. Winter, they were actually showing a very interesting graphic during the break. I don't know if you got the chance to see it. It was a little hard to interpret at first, but to make a long story short, Luna is apparently really successful in WPCA, so at least as far as Chinese Dota goes, you are right on the money there, my friend.
Yeah, Luna has been the priority carry everyone has been going for after the change to the glaive, so I was not actually surprised by that. It was actually she has very high win rate in the Chinese scene, and not to mention the Western scene as well. So Vici Gaming are going to go for the Bristleback right after seeing the Doom pick up by DK. That's quite surprising because the Doom is actually a good way to deal with Bristleback.
Does it disable the passive?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I didn't realize that. There's like a few passives it doesn't work on, but the vast majority it does. So, at the same time though, I kind of like this draft better from Vici Gaming because Visage is just such a good laning support, and to me that's what they need to do against DK. They have to get out to an early lead. In the mid game and the late game, I just feel like they just don't seem as comfortable with Mikasa. And that's, like you said, I thought he played well in game 1, but it's more, you know, it puts them out of their comfort zone. They're playing with somebody they haven't gotten to practice with as much, and I just feel like this is more Vici Gaming style. Aggressive early to mid-game play, and, well, Visage will definitely give them that.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm feeling a bit weird of the Doom because DK are actually valuing Doom very high. The last game, they actually banned out the Doom in the second phase, and this game, they picked up the Doom in the first phase. And they actually haven't seen the Bristleback, and they still pick up Doom right away.
Yeah, maybe it's just they want to change things up. Obviously, they saw Vici Gaming banned it in the second stage last game, so they want to make sure that they get their hands on it, but interesting. Or no, sorry, it was DK that banned it.
They actually banned it themselves.
Yeah, it was DK. But I imagine Vici Gaming would have. It seems to be like a hero that generally, if it's in the pool, teams will ban it in the second stage. And they, even though they have Doom, they still ban Storm. Interesting.
That's how highly rated the Superstorm is.
Yeah, that's, again, it's just a pure respect ban. There is no other explanation. I mean, Rubik isn't the best hero to deal with Storm, but he's not bad. You can steal the zip, you can zip in and lift him, and then doom him, so Vici Gaming, go ahead and ban out Disruptor. Support that we've seen here or there. Also support that would have worked very well against Storm if Storm was going to get through, but he's not. So Weaver the choice from DK. This carry has not been very popular in this version, but he does match up pretty well against Bristleback. Minus armor is your best friend versus that hero.
Yeah. Minus armor is very good against Bristleback. And not to mention, Weaver is also very survivable against Bristleback in the lane. If you are a Luna instead of a Weaver up against a Bristleback in the laning phase, early in the game, you would actually have sort of a chance to die against the Bristleback. But if you're a Weaver, you don't have much chances to die with Shukuchi.
And Vici Gaming have 0 reliable stuns. You cannot count on familiars against Weaver. So what are they going to go for here? Lone Druid will be the choice. Maybe they just say, we can't kill the Weaver, but we'll just 5-man straight at him. And DK right now, not very good against 5-man Dota. Doom is not that great in that situation. Weaver isn't particularly strong. The Rubik's okay. Vici Gaming has a very strong pushing lineup. And I would be worried if I'm DK. They need some counter push here.
The hero that comes to my mind now is Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight would be the complete
like
set of costs for Vici Gaming. But why would you show your hand? That's weird for me. Maybe they have something else in mind instead of a Dragon Knight. If you wanted to pick a Lone Druid and Dragon Knight, you would pick the Dragon Knight first, for sure.
Generally, yeah. Well, Lone Druid is a really good laning hero, more so than Dragon Knight, and can take Weaver 1v1 for sure. DK will go with a Veno. Is this a solo mid Veno for Mushi?
No, I don't think so. No,
because
don't
some
do that.
Some of these teams do run support Doom in the jungle as their 4 position, so it's definitely a possibility. We could see Lamb on it, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you should do it if you have supports like Vino and Rubik. Something not very. I don't think so. I don't think it's good that way. If you have a very greedy support like an Alchemist, maybe it will work, but not with a Vino and Rubik. But the Vino will be very
good counter pusher.
Yeah, good at counter pushing and good at slowing down those melee heroes, especially the Bear and the Bristleback. They get really annoyed with your Poison Sting from the wards as well and the Gale.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a very versatile support, and that's kind of what DK needed. They needed a fairly farm-independent hero who could slow down pushes, who can maybe go for some early ganks, and pretty good damage output. Like, aside from the wards, if you push into Veno and he drops his Poison Nova, it gets scary. And now Vici Gaming go for a Nyx, so what they were lacking was any sort of lockdown, and they get a lot of it in the form of Nyx. Good against Weaver, you can just Carapace when he tries to Sakuchi through you. You can obviously Mono Burn to remove Lincolns and then Impale him, although impaling him is pretty hard. I still feel like they're going to have trouble killing the Weaver in general, though, because they don't really have a great setup stun. Impale is not a good setup anymore.
Yeah, and I'm still surprised that Impale still gets blocked by Lincolns after that change.
Yeah, why? That makes no sense. It's not a targetable... Like, I guess some spells like Fissure, even if you ground target them, still get blocked, but you can hero target them. You can't hero target Impale, so it's very strange.
Yeah. Dragon Knight gonna get banned out by Mushi there, so...
Do you think Vici should have gone for Dragon Knight instead of the Nyx?
Yeah. Well, it's hard to say because Vici Gaming's lineup with the Nyx as their position 4 or position 5 support is very strong too. So it's really hard to choose whether you want to go for the Dragon Knight first or the Nyx, but in my perspective, I would feel that I would have actually not gone for the Lone Druid. I would have gone for the Dragon Knight and the Nyx.
Well, they can't get the Dragon Knight now. There's really nobody else that's as... You know, if they want to push really hard, though, there is a Pugna. And that's pretty damn good against a lot of these. He's a little vulnerable to Doom, but with these tanky frontline heroes like Bristleback and Lone Druid, you could just kind of sit in the back and siege. So maybe it would be a Pugna. Also, I will mention Pugna... He was one of the other very successful heroes in the graph for WPC Ace. Obviously, a lot of that success came right after the changes in 6.79, but he's been pretty successful in this version, and I feel he's still undervalued. Like, he's been doing well in Western Dota. When teams picked him in MLG or EMS, he did well there, but he's still very much a niche pick. Teams do not seem to go for him all the time.
He's very risky, I would feel, not a very... Because he relies a lot on how the game moves. Like, if you fall behind with a Pugna, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
But it's really hard to fall behind as Pugna, right? Because he just pushes so hard, he farms really fast.
There's still a possibility. Nothing is guaranteed. You can't guarantee that you're going to have a good time. So it's always a risk picking something like a Pugna. So the last hero that DK is going to go for is Ice's Ice Hero. What is left for him? No Clock, no Timbersaw, no Prophet. There's still a Darkseer, but I don't think they'll go for Darkseer. Bounty Hunter, maybe?
Some call him the Admiral Bulldog of the East. He's got those few heroes that he likes to play. No, I mean, Ice is a very versatile player, but it is a good point that, like, outside of those 2 or 3 heroes, he really doesn't seem to do as much right now for DK. Like, in the way they're playing right now, we've seen the Invoker once in a while. This doesn't look like an Invoker game to me. They're gonna go Gyro. Is it like an offlane?
Offlane Weaver? No.
Safe lane Doom?
This is not a this is not an offlane Weaver. This is an aggressive tri-lane with Rubik, Vino, and Gyro. Burning on Gyro and safe lane Weaver by Ice. Doom is gonna be solo mid.
Mushi Doom. Is that a Mushi hero?
Maybe they can change. Yeah, he does play Doom. Maybe they can switch up the lanes with Doom on the safe lane and Weaver on middle, but Mushi doesn't play Weaver, so I would expect the lanings to be a solo mid Doom. Mushi likes to play Doom a lot. From my experience.
So if they're going aggressive tri-lane, then Vici Gaming can send Lone Druid off lane. Lone Druid should at least break even, if not beat Weaver, if both players are equally skilled. Or Lone Druid will beat Doom mid. I mean, whoever goes mid is going to lose their lane, or whoever lanes against Lone Druid should probably lose their lane. But they pick up a Night Stalker now. Normally he would be the one to go mid, so could be an off-lane Lone Druid, solo mid Night Stalker. Do you really want to go aggressive tri-lane against Bristleback and Visage? That is a very scary dual lane already, and then you throw a Nyx on top of it. Interesting.
I feel they just want to do it. I've said this before. They just want to do it basically because they want the 1v1 and 1v1 in the other 2 lanes.
But do you think their 1v1s?
It's not exactly they want to do it because they have a stronger tri-lane.
I agree with you. Like, but they're normally, when they've done it in the past, their 1v1s are like really good matchups, right? You know, you have like Timbersaw versus you know, some other strength melee hero like Clockwork or whatever, somewhere where he can farm a lot. But this is, I would say at best, they're probably even matchups, like Doom versus Night Stalker, Lone Druid versus Weaver. We'll have to see. How is Vici Gaming going to respond? Do they look to dodge the tri-lane? I feel like they should be able to contest it.
I would say the Doom versus Night Stalker is a bit even, but Doom is actually better because you can farm more with the Devour. So and the Weaver versus Bristleback lane is actually I would still give a little edge on the Weaver. So it's hard to say.
Oh, I was thinking it'd be Lone Druid would get that matchup, not the Bristleback.
It's hard to say. So you should probably
All right, we'll stop theory crafting. We'll introduce the teams, guys. It's game 2 in a best of 5. DK versus Vici Gaming. DK are leading the series 1-0. The Bear will scout Team DK out, and I'll leave them for you, Winter. You can introduce your friends. And on the side of Vici Gaming, we've got FY, support extraordinaire, probably the breakout star in Asia over the latter half of 2013. He'll be playing the next Mikasa, standing in for Sylar playing the Night Stalker. Super will be playing your Lone Druid. Looks like he will be getting the safe lane farm. ROTK probably headed off lane as the Bristleback, and that does leave Fenrir, the other support for this squad, on the Visage, one of his strongest heroes.
And for the team on the Dire side, my friends, Mushi will be playing the Doom, Ice will be playing the Weaver this time around, and the 3 Chinese players would be Lamb playing the Rubik, MMY on the support Vino, and Burning will be farming on the Gyrocopter. They're going to actually go back towards the safe lane. They changed their mind.
So they saw the Bear bottom, and I think did they see anything else? It seemed like maybe they saw one other hero, but they didn't really see that much.
I'm not sure what did they see. I didn't really notice what the ward down here scouted.
I know they saw the Bear, but I mean that doesn't really tell you anything because he could be anywhere.
So they're gonna actually run Doom jungle and Weaver solo mid
and abandon the offlane. We hardly ever see teams abandon the offlane nowadays, Winter. This was like all teams did in 6.78, but
maybe it's just Doom doing one camp in the jungle and Ice gets level 2 and walks to bottom. Maybe that's the plan.
Yeah, and he did get a pretty good creep just to sit in the lane. This creep gives you a lot of regen.
Yeah. Let's see what they're gonna do. Are they gonna do? Is Mushi gonna continue jungling, or he's gonna come out to the lane now and Weaver is gonna go back towards bottom because looking at his item builds, he has a lot of regen. So 2 salves and 1 tangles.
Yeah, this looks like an off-lane build from Ice, not rushing a bottle or anything, and now it's a really hard matchup for Night Stalker. Mushi got, to be honest, pretty lucky. That's one of the best creeps you can have for the lane. Actually, they're going back in. Oh, he wanted a first blood. Mushi did have the shockwave, so they almost could have killed him there. Good thinking from Ice, and he's going to rotate bottom, and the lane is pushing. They've got double range creeps. Maybe they wanted to punish the Jungle Doom, but now they're going to end up giving the Weaver a lot of experience. And they can't really kill him.
Well, this is actually very, very good for the Weaver. Like you mentioned, a lot of experience. Maybe they weren't really expecting it. Like you said, they were expecting a jungling Doom, but it was actually just one. The Doom was just going to go for 1 camp after using the Devour and leave the experience to Ice. Oh, he's going to get impaled.
They got him, but the Carapace just a split second lace. If you run on top of him right when he's Sakuchi's, they could have actually got the first blood, but now comes the rotation from Lamb. He lifts up Super, he throws him back in, Ice. He's got a Sakuchi here, the Swarm as well, but Lamb gives up the first blood. He dies first. They're going to lose a Lone Druid for this. Will Ice go down as well? Sakuchi cooling down for 5 seconds. He tangos through. The sentry gets dropped. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Make it a 2-for-1. Vici Gaming, huge victory for them. They just underestimated the damage output of Visage. That is just purely Visage. Soul Assumption doing a lot of work there.
I was really surprised they actually ported the Rubik down there. They didn't have to take the fight, but I'm not very sure.
Visage
they got Super, but they gave away first blood and they lost 2 heroes. That was not worth it.
Yeah, now bottom lane. Ice is going aggressive on Super off the bat, but he eats a Soul Assumption. Yeah, this Visage is just crushing Ice's hopes and dreams right now. And he's already got boots as well. So level 3 on the Visage. When you look at last game, they were both level 3 at like 5 minutes. And they already have a level 3 Visage and a level 3.5 Nyx at 3 minutes. So Vici Gaming off to a really hot start. This is actually quite scary for DK.
Yeah, a lot of it was because they gave away 2 kills there at the TP towards bottom by the Rubik.
In good news...
Otherwise, I would feel the outcome of the early game wouldn't be that bad.
I was going to say in good news, DK are doing well in their solo lanes, but actually Night Stalker are just bullying the Doom. And the one thing to consider here is Night Stalker has 6 base armor, Doom has 1. So even though you can farm well, you still take a lot of harassment and can get somewhat bullied off the lane. As I say that, he does pop Scorched Earth, so when that's up, he's okay.
I feel like it's okay for the Doom as long as he's getting his own farm, because in the long run, Devour will give you more than the Night Stalker. So he's actually not too bad there. He just needs to get his items up and the smoke rotation here by
Vici
DK.
Gaming.
They're gonna our TK.
He's going to get scouted out here. He doesn't have a TP. They could go for the Gale. They don't have a second skill point selected for this Venomancer. Now he takes the Poison Sting, and he is going to pull RTK back, but he's doing a lot of damage. He will go down, but Mikasa might be able to clean up. He could get a double kill. They have not killed off the Bristleback. He's still alive. MMY's on the run as well, bottling up. He does pop the Poison Sting there. Just right-click him down. See ya, Veno. Snake Man down. That's a 4-1 kill lead. DK are getting run over in the laning stage. And they're pushing bottom lane on VG.
This game looks really good for Vici from the early game.
And Mikasa's diving mid. He might be able to kill Mushi as well. Is there a void? There is.
There's a one void.
No, there's still a Scorched Earth available.
Bottom lane.
Impale comes through. Lamb, he wanted to defend the tower. He might pay with his own life. Soul Assumptions there. Another kill. Vici Gaming. They come out swinging. 5-1 already. DK are farming okay on their 2 solos, but this is not enough to be giving up this many kills.
They need to rely on the mid game already. The early game is already lost for them. They have to come back later with the Devour. Did Gyro go for a Midas? No, Gyro didn't go for a Midas.
I feel like if he went Midas, it could have really hurt them though, because he's gonna need to come to fights. This Nyx will be 6 at like 8 minutes. The Visage will probably be 6 around the same time, and if they have a Gyro with a Midas and like, I don't know, drums or an Ogre Club, he would be pretty much food for those heroes, I feel.
Yeah. True, he can't really fight if he doesn't have a BKB against the Night Stalker and the Nyx, and not to mention the Visage. Middle lane, they're gonna try and go on Mushi.
Mushi's still not level 6, surprisingly enough. Now the Soul Scepter comes through, he is still alive, and they... Oh! He sticks up, but wisely anticipates the TP. One gets cancelled. Well, I think that's still okay. They force Mushi back to base. How is he not level 6 yet?
I am not very sure.
9 denies on the Night Stalker, I guess. Oh, Lamb now. Getting caught out mid.
He made a few rotation. He made only one rotation actually to try and help the Rubik and the Vino when they were fighting against the Bristleback. That's all, and he didn't actually make any other rotations. I'm quite surprised he's very low level.
Mikasa going for this bottom route. He could end up giving up a big kill to Ice. Oh, it is Night. Oh, he's got Phase Boots. He'll be okay. Phase Boots, Night Stalker at the Night. Yeah, pretty hard to bring him down. 486 move speed.
The early game is actually very convincing from Vici right now. They just need to get level 6 on the Nyx, and the Night Stalker has to wait for his second Night phase, and that will be the strongest point of Vici.
As far as items go, we're going to see RTK building the mech, most likely. He's picked up a chainmail.
Yeah, he will.
And Lone Druid, do you just go straight Radiance here, you think?
I think he gets a Midas.
Oh, sorry, he's already got Gloves of Haste. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He's going Midas.
You should always get a Midas first, I feel. But not getting a Midas on a Lone Druid, unless you are in a very dire situation. Most of the time you have to go for a Midas as a safe lane Lone Druid.
And he is, in theory, Night Stalker can do a lot of damage, but in practice he just doesn't farm enough to do it most of the time. So he will be their big damage dealer, along with the Visage later on.
I think that Night Stalker would be able to deal a lot of damage if he has the correct items.
Yeah. I like the S4 build where you just go like straight armlet, especially this game because there's Doom, so I don't really feel like BKB is going to do that much for you.
I feel like what you said as well, getting the armlet into the X Scepter would be very good.
Oh, he should have silenced first. That would have been a kill bottom lane, but goes for the Void and the Weaver will Sakuchi away.
This is very good game momentum for Vici Gaming. They are controlling the tempo, and DK are in not a very good position to defend this tier 2 tower.
Yeah, how do you defend this? Level 4 Rubik, I mean, all they could do is drop Plague Wards and just, like, basically pray for Vici Gaming to have mercy and back off.
Visage is doomed, and he's saying, RTK is saying his mouse is not moving.
Oh, cool. I just clicked on him and I got the sound effect.
Yeah, me too.
Why did it do that? That's weird. I thought it would keep on playing it, but sadly not the case.
Just like a TP sound, teleport sound.
Yeah, this is a dead Visage. Deny yourself with your familiar? Deny yourself with your familiar? Oh. That would have been super next level.
Yeah, Mushi's gonna find a double damage here, getting denied that kill.
He might...
Oh,
He's got a double damager. Yeah.
He doesn't have Scorcher, so he has to
He'll
keep
be
it up.
If this Bristleback had his levels, if he was like level 7, or if he even had just had Warpath, I think he might have been able to get that kill.
Yeah, maybe there was a good chance that he might have gotten the kill. But at the moment, still, he's just gonna be contented and going back to get levels at the moment. They are going to be doing a few minutes of farming before the next night phase, and hopefully by the next night phase, the Lone Druid will have his Sacred Relic up, not the Radiance, but the Relic, and they'll be able to proceed to take on another 2 tier 1 towers on the map.
It should be said that DK have probably the better farming lineup. I mean, Bristleback farms pretty well. They actually have been stacking Ancients. But Gyro, Weaver, Doom, and Veno, all of these heroes are pretty good flash farmers, so DK can catch up, I feel, even though they're behind early. They've only given up 1 tower to the Lone Druid. But the second wave of aggression will come soon, with the Familiars, the mech. RTK's not that far off of the mech. 9 minutes in, he's got the Buckler, if completed, if he wants to buy it, and the makings of the headdress, so like you said, that second nighttime will be the big timing push for them. They're probably not going to win the game there, but they just look to get an insurmountable lead at that point.
They need to deal. They will be able to deal, I feel, a lot of damage to the towers in the second phase, especially. Like DK can't defend too well with the. They have to use Vino wards and the call down to defend. Otherwise, the 3 other heroes, the Weaver, the Rubik, and the Doom, has to be fighting. If they can't take a fight, they can only slow it down with call down and Vino wards. And Lone Druid doesn't really worry too much of the Vino wards.
And MarTK will be farming the H. It's very... I like this style of playing the Bristleback that teams have adopted. It's just... Oh, what? This Thunder Lizard is not cooperating. Just chilling.
Why did it stop? Never mind. Well, I don't want to know why.
It's drunk. It's like, I'm not moving today, man. I'm hungover. I'm just gonna chill. And they're looking to go bottom.
This is a difficult kill for them to get. They need to face in.
Silence first. Silence first. Oh, we can't. Good reaction.
Very hard. It's very hard because of the position he's in.
And also, when you pop Darkness, that's a dead giveaway. That's like, press Sakuchi now, please, unless you want to die.
Yeah. But still, maybe what they had in mind was they just wanted to make sure the Weaver doesn't get a deny on the tower. So they just wanted to make sure the whole team gets a goal. So FY is gonna come in here.
This could be big. He's looking for the 2-hero impale. Oh, they're still pushing here, and he's got some time. They're baiting on Super. Super is not a target you want to be dooming. Deny, gets the deny. Well played. Well played indeed. That really hurts DK.
He actually wanted to go in with the Impale. He could have gotten a double Impale, but as soon as he knew the person who is teleporting down is a Lone Druid, he actually stopped. That was a very good decision by him. If it was someone else like a Night Stalker or a Bristleback, maybe they could have gone on for the kill, but because it's a Lone Druid that teleported down first, it was a very good decision for FY to back off there.
Yeah, and like they just didn't have the damage with a Lone Druid. At this point, Midas Phase Boots, unless he gets a really lucky first hit route, they're not going to get a kill. And I think wise for DK as well that they did not try to go on the Lone Druid. It looked like they were thinking about it, but they had to have known more heroes were coming.
They just need to wait for the Radiance right now. I don't think they should be trying to be over-aggressive to try and increase their lead. They do not need to increase too much of their lead now. They just need to wait until the Radiance comes up, and DK are going to have a very, very hard time defending the push.
Here comes the parade. DK, 3 heroes. It's almost Super. New Year's. They're ready to party. They drop the Doom on Super, the call down. Everything thrown at Fuzzy Wuzzy. I guess it's Papa Bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy ain't in this game.
Fuzzy Wuzzy is Ursa.
Yeah. The other. This is just Fuzzy.
Middle tower is under attack.
You actually miss. I can tell you miss the Dota 1 fun names.
Yeah, I definitely do. And by the way, Lamb has stolen the bear. And it gets root. It doesn't get the items, but this is... Well, I mentioned they're a good farming lineup. Now they just got even better. I like this.
Indeed, it did just get a lot better. You can use it to farm all the creeps that otherwise he couldn't have farmed.
Now the only thing, Winter, is that I believe the bear still gives away the 300 gold and 300 experience, and this is a slow bear.
Yeah, it does.
Slow bear with no boots, so gotta be careful.
He can actually pass his boots to the bear, but I don't know if you want to do that.
If you steal another spell, I think you lose your item permanently, right? I'm pretty sure that happens.
I never tried it before, to be honest. I don't know what will happen to the item.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that you lose your item.
Yeah, someone will know in the Twitch chat, so don't worry.
Because I remember there was a game where Kuroki stole bear. He stole like Londra True Form, and then he stole the bear or something. And everyone was saying like, why don't you put items on the bear? But he had like support Rubik items. So give the bear a 4-staff, I guess, or a blink dagger.
So they're gonna go smoke up now. This is the second night phase. This is the timing, but the timing has been slowed down because of the death of the Lone Jute.
That was so unlucky. Mikasa, he was the one that revealed the smoke, and Burning just happened to be in the trees. They didn't have vision because the Night Stalker was blocked by the tree line. So
No.
Burning just dodges a bullet right there.
He still doesn't have his backing bar, so and he almost has it. If he dies right now, it will be a huge blow for his income. Oh, there goes the 300 gold.
Yeah. Sorry for missing that kill, but yep, bear down, 300 gold going the way of the Dire. Chat is saying that the items drop on the ground. I'm pretty sure I saw a game where it didn't, but maybe they changed it. It's been a while since I've seen a Rubik steal the 100 there. Either way, DK will look to defend this tower, but there's no BKB on the Gyro. There is no mech yet on the Doom, although Mushi has the gold for it. And they're fighting against the mech of Team Vici Gaming, so this is
just got it. He just got it.
Okay, well, yeah, but it's not delivered yet. Very dangerous if they fight now.
Yeah, Scorch Earth, 20 seconds off cooldown as well. That would be a very crucial spell for the Doom to have. But he's still not sending his mech recipe. Why?
Well, DK are going to make a move anyway. No mech. Who cares? The Rubik Bear just begging to feed.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's going to lose this fairly soon, I believe.
Yeah, just buying time for ISS to take down the tier 1 and bottom. But Night Stalker's going to teleport out. They are actually discouraged enough Vici from trying to take down the tier 1 at top, man. This is going to buy a lot of time for the rest of the DK heroes to try and catch up.
Well, it was a faithful bear. It did its work, and now it's dead. So Vici Gaming are going to go back to farming, but they do have some big items coming soon. Super's working towards the relic. Vici Gaming are going to have... They already have their mech. Beyond that, Medallion's been up. I mean, the only other big item besides the Radiance is the BKB for Night Stalker. I mean, beyond that, there's more they can get, but I feel like there's nothing else game-changing at this stage.
They just need... The most important thing they have to have is the Radiance, that's all. The rest of the items won't really have that huge of an impact right now. Maybe a Vlad's if someone manages to get it, but none of the supports actually have to go for it.
Well, Burning's been free farming Winter. 100 CS for him. He doesn't have the Midas, but the BKB's coming soon. It's actually...
bottom. Might be in trouble.
Impale's gonna fly. Now they can follow up with the Carapace as well. And the Mana Bird coming through. But the lift from Lamb, I think it'll keep him alive. He's so low. Impale gets stolen as well. Lamb, what sensational support play. Now Ice turns it around. He's gonna bring down one. Could Sakuchi and look to turn 2, but has to be careful about a Void. Could cost him his life. Void him! Void him! One more right click.
Oh no,
Ice. Overextending. But will get the kill for Mushi. Now RTK also on the run. There's no mana for a Doom here. Mushi actually didn't go Arcanes. You went Mech and still went Phase Boots, and he is having mana problems.
This is actually a much more aggressive build. You have to be very conservative on your mana usage if you go for the Phase Boots and Mech.
He's got the need for speed, though. He's picked up the speed aura from the Kobold.
Yeah, why does Speed Gaming not go for the speed aura? They go for the ice armor all the time.
Yeah, they're frauds, that's why, Winter.
They are frauds.
Yes. You heard it here first.
I actually think the ice armor would be one of the best things you can get for the Devourer.
Yeah, that was just ridiculous. The Lich plus Frost Armor plus AC plus Shivas.
Plus the Vlads.
Plus Vlads. Yeah, that was filthy.
RTK, you are
and
doomed.
They find RTK. You are doomed. You are doomed. You are dead. Easy kill. That's one of my favorite Winter clips. You are doomed. You are doomed. It sounds better when you say it.
I just felt like because Miracle was doing so much Red Dotto, and I just felt obliged to say that when he's doomed. Sorry.
No, I loved it. It was awesome. FY is on the hunt though, and DK, they don't have sentries here. They've actually done a good job of keeping sentries up in general, but not good enough. Mushi's gonna be caught out. Can he dodge the Impale? No, he can't. In comes FY. Now the Swarm comes through. There's no Carapace here. Not really going to help them. Mushi, though. Scorched Earth cooling down. Now goes for the TP out. There's nothing to stop it except a Soul Assumption. Fenrir, right place, right time. He gets the kill. If they can just get off one more silence and avoid, they might be able to bring Ice down. He time-lapses back, but now gets good and will retreat out.
He actually might get caught out here. He might get caught out.
TP, is there an impale? Yes, there is. He's dead. You are dead. You are dead. But
So
Burning's
Doom and
farming.
Weaver, did they kill anyone? Oh, actually they didn't kill anyone, and they didn't get the tower. That was a big loss.
Yeah, I guess
Radiant.
Bernie was farming during that. And Veno's just been quietly AFK farming mid, by the way. He's got Medallion and... Actually, they're going on top. They want to kill Super. Radiance is up, though. He resummons the bear. If he does die now, it would be really bad, but... Well, the one who's dying is MMY.
MMI is going to be the one dying.
There's no mana for an Impale. Use that stick charge. No, wouldn't be enough anyway. Yeah, stick charge. Only one stick charge, so... Goes for the Vendetta Strike and gets the kill. This is a fast Radiance Midas. Bulldog would be very proud.
It could have been faster if he didn't die there, and he not only that, he actually built a face boots on his bear before getting the Midas as well. That was very impressive.
Yeah, and he's had complete free farm. I think he got one of the kills bottom when they got the 2. I don't know if he got the first blood, and he got the tower as well. So.
He actually died twice too. I thought he died only once.
Yeah, 3 assists, 1 kill, and 2. That's really impressive. 140 CS. He is at 7 CS a minute though, so that'll explain it. Burning is keeping up, but Burning does not have the Midas advantage. And in terms of towers, he's going to be struggling. DK now under assault.
Burning is going to be trapped in the corner now.
RTK's in the front lines. He's like begging to get doomed here. Are they going to oblige? Yes, they are. Straight onto the Bristleback. They've already killed off one. Now Super dropping low. He goes in on Burning. He'll get the kill. Carry for a carry. Bristleback's still alive, but not getting many quills off here. He's still doomed. He's still silenced. He's going to go down. They don't have a mech in this fight. And now Mushi on the hunt. It's daytime as well. What an awful sequence of events for Tong Fu. FY tries to go in and turn it around, but Mushi popping the mech. Still alive. Still chasing. Juking, trying to dodge, and he will be successful. The Visage on the run. DK pursuing to the end of the earth, but a 2-hero impale comes through. The Void as well. I think they just need to run. They cannot fight. Nope, Nighttime gets popped. Now they're going back in, but the Gale, the slow from the Poison Sting, they can't actually get the kill on Lamb. Maybe they can. The Familiars come through. One more right click. It'll bring enough to bring them down. Now they're chased out to FY. The fight just won't end. A bloodbath. 4 heroes dead for Vici Gaming. It'll be 5. It's a team wipe. DK doing work.
Yeah, the main thing that went wrong for Vici that fight was just the Doom on the Bristleback. The Bristleback could do nothing, and no Quill Sprays proc in the fight and no mech in the fight. That was just a very good decision to Doom. That was the best target to go the ultimate on for Mushi.
And Super was really low HP, and on top of that, it was daytime when the fight broke out. So pretty much everything that could go wrong went wrong for Vici Gaming, and I mean, you got to give DK credit. They were down by what, like 5k gold? No, 4k gold at that point, and still got aggressive.
Only one consolation prize. They killed Burning.
Yeah.
Maybe
Doesn't feel like enough.
Maybe if I said this like 3 to 4 months ago when it was the old DK team, you would say, "Oh, we got Burning in the game," but now it's meh.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like it's enough. And in this patch in general, I mean, not just DK. It's, you know, killing the carry isn't like, oh guys, we killed the 4 protect 1 carry 5 times. Now we're gonna win. When the enemy team has a Doom and a Weaver, you can't really rely on that kind of play. And now they're hunting Mushi.
He's actually hunting them.
FY is going to walk by his own sentry ward, though. Mushi's going to get spotted out here. Can they get the Impale? No. Start with the Impale. They drop the sentry as well. Now the Night Stalker comes in, but there is a gyro here called on deployed. And they will force him to retreat out. Meanwhile, Ice looking to pursue some of these backline heroes. He's already hasted, and, well, Sakuchi will come through. Soul Assumption doing decent damage. Can they get a root? He still has time lapse. And I don't think they can kill him. This is where, I mean, they just don't have that much lockdown for Ice.
Wow, he's actually getting chased down so badly.
Yeah, the bear is just almost keeping up with him, even in Sakuchi.
Face boots, that's why.
Pretty good. Well,
plus face boots.
What do you think for Vici Gaming now? They smoke up. They say we want to be taking fights right now, and you would think they should be able to win these fights.
They should be able to win the fight if they need to take out the Doom first. Oh no, Burning.
Oh, is he gonna TP? Is there gonna be a first hit root? First hit root, second hit root? No roots. Confirmed, not Bulldog.
Yeah, but it's still a significant deal because they just use a BKB on the carry and you can go for the Roshan right now.
Will we see any sort of cute deny attempts here? There's no like force staff heroes to jump in. Maybe they could deny it with a ward though. That would be the one play. Or familiars. Double stomp coming through. They want to try and steal the Roshan. The Aegis does go to the Linger though. And now DK really needs a run. They go into Mushi. He's in trouble. Pops the mech. But Soul Assumption chewing through his armor rather quickly. FY dropping low. Drops the Impale. It's off the mark. He'll go down. Burning's back in the fight. Call now gets deployed. Doom now comes out onto the Bristleback. Even though the mech's already been used, DK are actually winning this fight. They might lose more than the heroes they've already lost. RTK on the run. The Lone Druid goes down once. Will he go down twice? RTK still running. There's Mushi cleaning him up. Now the Lone Druid with the Radiance. Can he clean up the enemy squad? He comes in with the Radiance. It doesn't seem like enough. They lost 4 and an Aegis. It's another team wipe. And they're probably going to lose Super again. This will be a team wipe +1. DK just running over Vici Gaming.
I think he's going to be able to survive.
I don't know about that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, okay,
Swarm's
he seems
taking
like
him
he's
down.
in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he's dead. He dead. That's a double team wipe for DK. 2 team wipes in a row. This one is a 6-kill special. Aegis is down. Now FY wants to give him one more kill. Oh man, just a complete collapse from Vici Gaming. Winter, this is not their game. I mean, I don't know if I would call it a throw, but that was just a colossal failure at the Roche pit.
They got the Aegis, but the fight didn't went well for them. Even though Burning didn't have BKB, but his cooldown landed on so many heroes that he dealt so much AoE damage with the cooldown, the barrage,
and the Veno. The Veno ult did a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, the Veno ultimate as well, and the wards there. They were in a clump up position where it was so tight and narrow. The wards and the Veno ultimate dealt so much damage. And not to mention, our TK got Doom again, once again.
He actually had already used his mech, but like it just didn't do enough. The mech doesn't really counter Poison Nova and Calldown when your team gets hit by all that damage. It's nice, but it's not enough. What do you do now if you're Vici Gaming? I mean, it felt like this was their game. They got the first blood. They got a really fast Radiance Midas on the Lone Druid. They had a pretty good mech timing. Their supports that need levels got levels. They took the Roche, and then the game just completely fell apart. Well, it actually fell apart a little bit earlier when they gave up the team wipe top as well. But what do they do now, Winter? Do you think they could go back to farming, or do they have to keep on pressing the issue?
I think they can do both. They can either continue farming because they have their tricore is still pretty good. The Bear, the Night Stalker, and the Bristleback. They can hit another timing around 30 minutes before Gyro has another item. If Gyro has like 3 items, then it's going to be difficult. But 2 items Gyro, I still think they can deal with the Gyro with 2 items. But if they drag it too long, it could be really bad for them if the Gyro has too many items.
This damn Doom is just making life so hard for Vici Gaming. They just don't have enough burst damage to kill him. And now he's got BKB. And a lot of their burst damage is magical. The Soul Assumption, Impale, Void, Mana Burn, that won't really be effective against this Doom now. And they weren't killing him quick enough before anyway. I feel like they're in a lot of trouble.
They didn't have 4 staff before that to save the Doom target as well. So that was also another big deal for Vici Gaming. They're gonna have one on the next Assassin pretty soon. But it's quite late already.
Mass Necro Book?
I don't think they'll go for
probably
that. They'll just go for BKBs on RTK and try to fight.
It could be, maybe it's Heaven's Halberd? I don't know. We have seen that occasionally from Bristleback.
Blats. They need a Blats for sure. 3 melee heroes. 3 melee carries.
Well, Night Stalker, he's close to one. Maybe. I feel like you don't want to put that on the Bristleback because he's already a Doom target because of the mech.
Preferably either the Bear or one of the supports get it.
Yeah. They're going to start with a missile here. The glyph's already been used, and DK are posturing to get aggressive. Missile comes in, it'll connect an RTK. They could doom him to start this fight. They will do so immediately. The Veil got dropped, but everybody runs. The Gale comes through, it will connect on Super. Call down as well, with the Veil still affecting him. He's taking so much freaking damage! Super goes down. Now the Lone Druid, or sorry, the Bristleback will fall as well. RTK, insta buyback. Is this going to be a dieback? Impale connects on 3. Now this Familiar connects on 3 as well. Nice stun. Re-summons the Familiars, but that's going to be all she wrote. They get just a Veno for that. I love this. This Veil pickup is just making the team fight of DK way too scary.
Yeah, the Veil plus the Doom and the cooldown, and not to mention, if you BKB if you're Vici Gaming, you're the Night Stalker and the Bristleback, you BKB and you run in, you still get slowed by the poison sting from the wards and the call down. You're still not moving in the fights. Your BKB, you're still getting kited all around. So hard for them to deal damage.
I don't know. I just feel like as soon as Doom gets dropped, it seems like the fight's just over for Vici Gaming.
As soon as he dooms the Bristleback, that's the key thing. If he dooms someone else, probably the fight will still be okay for Vici. But every time Mushi dooms our TK, the fight is over for Vici.
On another note, Lamb has stolen quite possibly the most useless spell in Dota. He has stolen Rabid. This is not what you want, Mr. Rubik.
Movement speed 20%.
Yes.
Movement speed is king.
Yeah, I don't think it's that king. I would rather have an Impale, a Bear, a Soul Assumption, Familiars, Silence.
I'm just trying to think of another spell that's actually much more useless than this spell. Because
there are more useless ones.
I don't think this is the most useless. Oh, I know. Something came up to my mind now. When I look at Vici Gaming's heroes, the most useless spell you can steal is Darkness.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. If they had a Luna, it would be okay. Not great, but okay.
But still, you steal Darkness.
It's pretty useless. Yeah, you're right.
You can't use it.
I'm tempted to just stop watching the game and go, I just want to like look through the spells and think what is the absolute most useless spell in the game to steal.
I think Darkness is...
Darkness is definitely up there. That is like in the top 5 or 10 for sure.
No, top 3 at least.
Top 3. Do you think it's number 1?
Maybe. I can't think of anything else that's more useless than a Darkness for a Rubik to steal.
I'm trying so hard not to click the learn tab right now.
I remember now. You know what? You can actually steal Bane's when Bane casts a nightmare on himself.
You can cancel the nightmare?
Yeah, you have the cancel spell to wake yourself up. You can actually steal that. That's actually the most useless spell.
Is that in Dota 2? I thought that was only in Dota 1. Is that in Dota 2?
It actually happened to me yesterday when I was playing a game. Our Rubik actually stole the wake up spell for the nightmare.
You should have like reported him immediately. Oh man. Well, Vici Gaming are in a lot of trouble. I mean, make no mistake about it. They're down to 11k experience, 4k gold, but I think the big problem is like as soon as somebody gets doomed, they just lose that fight, and I don't know how they fix that. They don't have a Shadow Demon. They don't have like a great defensive support. Nyx is pretty good.
You can't fix a Doom. You can't undoom a Doom.
How much Doom could you undoom if a Doom could undoom Doom?
You can only force stuff your team.
I think I almost like broke my tongue trying to say that, by the way. So the things that we do for Dota 2. Ice will push in. He's got a BKB up now, and Vici Gaming are not well equipped to punish BKBs. It's going to block the Radiant Spur damage. The only thing they have that goes through it is the right clicks of Familiars, the right click of the Bear, and Entangle, but a lot of what Vici Gaming bring to the table is countered by this mass BKB. 3 BKBs up now, and I honestly wouldn't mind if DK got 5, because I feel like Vici Gaming just can't do anything, it's BKB.
Well, I don't think you will be seeing 5 BKBs on DK. I don't think so.
Well, a man can dream, right? I guess the one way to counter the Doom is Mass Force Staff. But they only have... I think they only have 1. Yeah, just the 1 on FY for now.
I'm thinking actually, does any spell go through Doom? Can you heal? Shadow Priest. Yeah, Shadow Priest. Other than that... And you can heal the Doom target, but you can't really...
Yeah, I mean, you could disrupt them, but... I don't know. Yeah. They don't have the heroes to deal with the hero getting doomed. Unless they all just get, like, hearts and just get insanely tanky. But Burning's the only one who's getting tanky, it feels, right now.
Yeah, his third item, I would say, maybe he just gets a Satanic right now. Helm of Dominator into a Satanic, and he's just set to fight after that.
So DK now will rotate towards the Roshan pit and has respawned. This will be our second Rosh of the game, I believe. The last one was a disaster for Vici Gaming. Will this one be any better for DK? It feels like it will. Feels like Vici Gaming are going to have a very hard time contesting. There is a 4-staff on the Nyx, but no Blink Dagger. And they pick up an Assault Cuirass. If there was ever a time to fight, this could be at Winter. And they go. But
yeah,
DK are just going to wait. Top lane's pushing.
This is probably one of the best timings they can go for.
But here comes the rat in the form of a cockroach.
You actually think he's a cockroach now?
It's like a starving cockroach. That's what Weaver looks like to me.
Starving because he's very thin.
Yes. He's like Nyx's underfed little brother. I don't know, man. I'm stretching here. Middle lane, they're going in on Mushi. If they could get Mushi first, but how can you when he's got Gem and BKB? They need like Impale into Carapace into double Familiar Stun, and then maybe they can kill him before he BKBs. Once he BKBs, they can't.
You can name every stun they have. I don't think they can kill him in one go.
He has too much armor. 26 armor. Before he activates the mech as well.
Wow. He actually just took one right click to kill off the
they cannot start the fight on Mushi. That feels like an awful idea. And Burning wants to go in on RTK. Both teams thinking about it, eyeing each other from across the arena. They lift him. They're gonna doom him. Now the cooldown comes through with the Veil as well. But the BKBs have come out on Asa. It's not gonna matter. Mikasa's gonna drop immediately. Now the chase is on. Fenrir on the run. There was a buyback for the Bristleback. DK don't seem to care. They do get rooted on the gyro. He's taking decent damage. Can they focus him down on the backside? There's a BKB for the Weaver. They try to bring down Super. They isolate the bear. Papa Bear in trouble. Root on Burning. It's not enough. He's still alive. 4-step to the north. I think he might live. RTK, he wants Burning. He gets his revenge. But at what cost, my friends? At what cost? This is going to be a dieback. RTK just died. He bought back. He dies again. He got Burning, but he paid the piper for that. And on that note, Super disconnects. Is Vici Gaming calling GG?
Did they not say anything?
And RTK says GG, but that was a very last-minute GG, I must say. At the buzzer.
They must be really mad after what happened. They got a really good start, and things, like you said, after the one team fight, they got wiped. And the second one was the Roche, the first Roshan. They got the Aegis, but they didn't get the fight they wanted. Even though Burning didn't have his BKB, I guess that's what tripped the wire.
Well, Winter, you boldly said easy rares to bet on DK. It'll be 3-0 or 3-1. And it does feel without Sylar, Vici Gaming are just not executing that well in the mid game and the late game. I'm not saying it's Mikasa's fault. Again, he played a decent game this game, but it just was not enough in the end. And I mean, you look at the two solo mids. Mushi finishes the game 11-1-8. Every single Doom was on point. RTK, he just kept on getting caught out early on, and then later on, it was too late. The damage was done, and now DK, one win away from that grand finals, one win away from a guaranteed $50,000 payout for second place. If you take first, you get $160,000 and change.
So you trust me more now when you ask me about when you should bet on DK. So you trust me more now. I'm earning your trust.
I think it was a pretty easy bet to say DK is going to win without Sylar in the game. But even with Sylar there, I don't know if it would make a difference. DK are just playing better Dota. Okay,
Indeed,
well, on that note, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will be live with game number 3 in this best of 5. I'm LD, he's Winter. Stick around. We'll be right back.